really like to talk about is your close encounter with the third kind.
Oh, yes. That.
Yes. That. Which is, by the way, I will say, I love paranormal. I love, the afterlife and everything that involves that. But there's always been something about, extraterrestrials, UFOs, things like that have just really terrified me my whole life. And I think that is a lot of the unknown, where there is so many possibilities out there in the universe.
I think some of the extraterrestrials, if they are multidimensional beings, just personal experiences in my life, from my run-ins with them, and if they are able to go in other dimensions and influence our lives, they riddle me with irony throughout all actions and stuff like that. So I'm not too terrified, because there's always something funny that comes out of whatever I think
you
is
have a very
on.
positive attitude about
Absolutely.
it, which I might be a little bit different.
Yeah. I believe I was 15 years old. That would have been about 9th grade. And I was playing a video game in my room, and it was time to go to the restroom. So I was going to go downstairs. My room was upstairs, but the bathroom upstairs was next to my parents' house from room, and I didn't want to bother them in the middle of the night. And so I went downstairs, and as I walked by the microwave, I saw the time. It was 12:31. And
that's a very specific time.
Yes.
And have you seen that time before?
Before that, if I did, it would have been in a dream.
Okay.
But since then, incredibly often, whenever certain events or ironic events in my life are happening, I'll just and it's 12:31 right then.
Interesting.
So I don't know what kind of pattern or tie that has with the whole thing, but it
could be something internal that you're remembering about that time.
Yeah.
It's like a snapshot in history.
I am able to wake up at a specific time when I want to. Like if I want to go at 8:36, I'll wake up.
Well, I think that's
8:36.
just being talented.
Or terrified of being late when I was in college.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Terrified of being abducted or something weird like that.
Maybe.
You never know.
There's some out of body experiences, but
anyway, continue.
Yeah. Anyways,
sorry for interrupting.
No, that's totally fine. So it was 12:31, and I was walking through the living room, and the bathroom was on the other side of the living room, and our sofa was to the left, and we had an ottoman that you set your feet on, like a cushion one. And I walked up to it, and I just put my knee on it, and there's no real reason to do that because I was going to the bathroom.
Right.
But I walked up and I let my knee on it, and my head just bobbed, and there's a bright flash of white light. And in that second, it went from midnight lighting outside, like the twilight, to the beginning of the day. And I was like, what the hell is this? So I didn't even go to the bathroom. I just turned back around, and then I looked at the clock on the microwave. It was 4:36 in the morning.
Wow.
And so, 4 hours and 5 minutes or whatever had gone by. And I had no idea what had happened.
Wow.
And I didn't tell anybody about it.
You didn't feel different at all or remember anything?
I remember absolutely nothing about that time. It was a flash of light, and that much time had passed. And I was still standing there in the exact same position as whenever the flash had happened. And I could not tell you anything beyond that, except that the time had passed.
Yeah, I mean, that's very, very similar to most, abduction stories that you hear, whether it's, driving down a dark road and, you see the beam of light come down and then you just disappear and come back. And it's like, where did the 5 hours go?
Yeah.
So.
And that is the terrifying part, a little bit. But I think the terror really just comes from, basic fear of pain. And pain just being an electrical impulse that comes into your brain. If that's not a symptom or whatever, it might be more interesting than scary. You know what I mean? Like, if I got shit in me there, I'd like to know what brand it is. Did they at least put the good stuff on me?
Yeah, what do I have? What did you give me? Did you cure me? Did you?
I know, right?
What did you do for me?
I do.
That'd
keep
be
from
great.
being dry.
So I would be
nice.
more open to extraterrestrials if it was more of a situation like that. Can you give me magical powers?
Yeah.
Can you do something for me? That would be really great.
Take care of my taxes.
Yes, anything like that. Be amazing. Throw me a little bit of money, something.
And the last UFO situation that's most notable to me is in 2012, in August, I was in Vicenza, Italy, which is not far from Venice, 30 minutes west of it, I believe. And I was there with about 7 to 9 friends. And we were walking along the lane, and we got to the end of the lane where there was like bastions with chains between them to stop you from driving through, and the other side was a park. And we're all standing there looking at whatever, smoking rolled cigarettes. And I look up in the sky, and I see this flickering flame. And it was a weird flicker, like, it kind of looked curved on the bottom, but it was so far away that it was like, in your vision, it would have been, I don't know, not very large. But as it was going through the sky, it basically looked like it was doing an interesting stitch pattern to like a vest or something. It was going straight up, loop down, do, then it would shoot over here, shoot back over here, and then it kept doing like, and then it'd be over here. And it went on for a very long time. Like, we're in the city, there's all these lights around, we're wondering like, why aren't, like, are sirens supposed to be going off? Like, am I supposed to be feeling different right now because I'm witnessing a real UFO? There's no green and red lights, there's no...
It's not your typical UFO sighting.
Yeah. And if there is, like, it was just a flickering flame in the sky. And,
to me, that sounds something along the lines of like the interdimensional beings and kind of just coming into our realm, you know, back and forth. It's
and not
just
being
like so
limited by our...
Absolutely.
Yeah. Interesting. And, so it went on long enough that we were like, all right, well, you know, there's the bar, there's the UFO, you know, let's go to the bar.
Of course.
Old news, you know.
Old news.
It literally, like, within 7 minutes of, like, seeing a UFO for, like, maybe 10 minutes or whatever, it's like, whatever, okay.
Cool,
I met you. You know, you didn't introduce yourself. Yeah, I know, right?
So what I would like to do is, if you would like to come back on the show, I would love to bring in a hypnotist and see if we can get to the bottom of it and see if you remember anything about what happened that night. Yeah. And there might be more to this story that we don't know. Would you be into something like that?
I'd be into that. You might have to ask them, though. Like, if they'll let me be hypnotized. Who knows? Maybe they knew this was going to happen. So,
maybe they're after me.
They're after you. No, you have to host.
No. I'll take all the ghosts. That's fine.
Yeah,
no aliens, please. I'm good. Leave me alone. Well, Austin, thank you so much for sharing your stories with us.
Anytime.
I hope everyone enjoyed that. I know I did.
I look forward to getting hypnotized.
All right.
Whenever it's possible.
I'm so excited about hypnotizing you.
I'm a little concerned, but it'll be ironic, right?
It will be. It'll be great. A little follow-up to this episode. Well, happy birthday, Austin. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here instead of being at your own birthday party, so I really appreciate it.
I'm late.
All right. Go drink and have a good time.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Austin. We'll see ya.
Join me next time on The Witching Hour.